Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you the secret to the best broccoli, cheese, and rice casserole. This casserole tastes so yummy and comforting. It feels just like grandma made it. So we're going to be using my vintage casserole dish that I just picked up. So I want to remind you that you can find the full recipe in my description with all of the ingredients, instructions, and everything you need to know in there. So we're going to start off with some rice. I went ahead and made my rice in my rice cooker. That is the easiest way that I find to make rice. But this recipe is good also for leftover rice. So if you have leftover rice, you can use it up and create a whole nother meal. This in itself is a meal in my opinion, or you can pair it with something. So now we're going to add in our cream of mushroom soup. This gives it that creamy casserole kind of taste to it. So go ahead and add that in. I use cream of mushroom soup. You can also use cream of chicken soup for that. So keep that in mind. For my rice, I'm using about 2 cups of rice. And so 1 can of the cream and mushroom soup. So I'm just mixing that in here in a mixing bowl. This is a very easy dish to make, and you can also make it ahead of time. I love to make this dish for potlucks, for holidays, and even for weeknight dinners. So in the same can that I got the soup out of, I'm going to fill it up with some milk. You're going to want some milk for this. So go ahead and fill that up with some milk and then pour it into your mixing bowl with everything else. You're going to do about 1/2 cup of milk. And so just pour that in there. I'm trying to get out any bits of the soup that's left in there. And so I'm doing that with my spoon. And then I'm going to mix everything here together. You can see how it looks so creamy. And one of the secrets to this broccoli and cheese and rice casserole that makes it so extra good is the extra creaminess that I am putting into this. So I'm putting in the milk, but I'm going to show you the secret ingredient here next. So the secret ingredient to this dish is sour cream. So we're going to use some sour cream here, and we're going to put that in with our milk, our rice, and our cream of mushroom soup. This really gives it that casserole taste, but also that really creamy, extra creamy taste that you normally don't get in this casserole if you make it the traditional way. So that's my secret ingredient. And again, for all of the exact measurements and everything, go check out my description and you can get the full recipe there. So go ahead and add that in. I'm using the regular sour cream and just go ahead and mix that together there. Sour cream oftentimes is that secret ingredient. You'll even find that in cake mixes and all kinds of stuff that people do is sour cream. So don't be scared to use it. So next we're going to add in our cheese, and this is going to be mild cheddar shredded cheese. I'm going to add in the whole bag. And if you do have the sharp cheddar, oftentimes I prefer that for my casserole because it gives it a bit of a kick and a stronger taste to the cheese, so it tastes extra cheesy. And so I normally don't get the sharp cheddar, but for this casserole, I would recommend it if you like that cheesy taste to it, which makes it so good and comforting. So I'm just mixing that all here together. And in a different saucepan, I'm going to go ahead and saute some onions and some garlic. It's just 1 small onion and a little bit of garlic. I also have my broccoli here. I am using this steamed kind of broccoli that you can put in the microwave straight in the bag. And I've already steamed it and cooked it. And I'm putting it straight into the mixture here. And these are the florets, but you can use the cuts or, cut these smaller if you'd like, whatever you prefer. So I'm going to go ahead and mix these in. You can add them in frozen as well, but I like to cook them and drain out some of the water so that the casserole does not get too mushy and so that the broccoli gets extra cooked. I like my broccoli really, really soft. So I'm just mixing that in here together. And I do like my broccoli really soft, and that oftentimes makes it easier for it to kind of fall apart in the casserole, so I don't really have to cut it up or anything like that. Next, we're going to season the dish. We're going to use the salt, some pepper, and you can add in any other seasonings that you would like. I'm doing some garlic powder, and I'm going to do some onion powder. That's what I like to add into mine, but you can add anything extra that you think would make this dish good. I like to make my broccoli, cheese, and rice casserole just like so, but some people like to add in different things like, you know, bacon or chicken. Let me know down below how you make yours, and if you want to add in anything extra, tell me what you're adding in. So here are my onion and my garlic. I'm just adding that in. As you can see, it's sauteed, nice and caramelized. I like to cook it beforehand. That way I know that my onions and my garlic are cooked, and it really develops the flavor a little bit deeper. So I'm just adding that in here. You can see so far it's been pretty simple to add everything in together. It's not a very difficult dish to make. You can make a larger quantity of this and feed lots of people, or even make a smaller quantity. This does really good with leftovers. Oftentimes it tastes even better the next day, so it's a great dish for that. It's also pretty inexpensive, and it's great for the budget. So now I'm going to go ahead and just dump this into my casserole dish. I'm really excited to use my vintage casserole dish. I've been collecting now these vintage corn flour Corningware. So that is something new that I've gotten into. That and the Pyrex, old Pyrex bowls, and so many different things. So I have really enjoyed collecting any of those. If you antique or collect anything, let me know down below what you collect. I would love to know. So I'm just kind of scraping the bowl, making sure I get everything out. Scraping the bottom of the barrel there and just getting it all out so that I can get this in the oven next. So while you're getting all this together here in your casserole dish, you're going to want to preset your oven to 350 degrees. I'm looking at where all the broccoli is and kind of trying to make it even, making sure that there's broccoli in every bite. So the last thing that we're going to do before this goes into the oven is cover it with some shredded cheese. So I'm using mild cheddar cheese again, but you can use any kind of cheddar cheese that you want. I made the mistake of getting the fat-free cheddar cheese this time, and I've never ever picked that one up before. It really feels different, and you'll see at the end it kind of creates a different texture. So I prefer your regular mild cheddar cheese. It's even better if you can grate your own. But just to be easy, I'm going to go ahead and just use the ones that already come grated for now. So that is pretty much it as far as putting your casserole together. Now we're going to go ahead and pop it in the oven. My oven is ready at 350 degrees, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. It's going to be in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes. You're going to check on it, and I like my edges to be kind of golden and a little bit of the golden color on the cheese as well. This cheese just turned out a little bit different because it was fat-free, but it's still pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and try it now and see what it tastes like. This is what it's like coming out of the casserole dish. Just gooey, creamy, cheesy broccoli, and it was so good, y'all. We had it for dinner, and I would definitely recommend making this. If you do make it, let me know down below in the comment section what you think. Thank you for watching.